Welcome everyone. How's it going? So we're out here having a fantastic day, and it's coffee time with Zeren. So how you guys doing? Grab your coffee. I'm finally making an official video for once. And so yeah, how you guys doing? Coffee time with Zeren. We officially got one done outside, relaxing. It's not too early today. I woke up kind of late. I slept at 3 yesterday and I woke up at 9 today. And I haven't recorded yet, but I'm pretty excited to record because Assassination Classroom is getting pretty interesting. And let's see what else. Danny Phantom is definitely escalating, and here we're gonna get a better position. Danny Phantom is getting interesting. Assassination Classroom is getting interesting. Brotherhood is just skyrocketing. And I'm finding myself loving the series more and more. Well, to be honest, it's kind of like that for all the series. And Toradora we finished. I'm going to start Nichiju when I get the time to. So everything's pretty good. So, yeah, I've been pretty busy recently. Pretty busy. Actually, I've been super busy. So, I would like to go eat breakfast somewhere today. Considering how late it is and how late I woke up, it ain't happening. Let's talk about the worst anime in the anime community. So, I was thinking about it yesterday at work. And I was like, what is the worst anime? No, I'm not that deep into the community yet. Or maybe I am. Who knows? Total weeaboo mode. But I've only watched, I'd say like what, 20-ish, 30-ish anime, even less than that. I have a huge list, but I didn't watch that many, so maybe like 20 easily. And I was thinking, it really got me thinking, and a lot of people say Sword Art Online. No kidding about that. And when I first watched Sword Art Online, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit, actually. And after when I finished it, I realized how it's not that great. The only reason I liked it was because I'm a big MMORPG player, and so for me, seeing an anime like that, it was pretty appealing, and it was my first one, so I found it pretty cool. But then after watching Izarana Pick Up a Girl in a Dungeon, and then High to Gen Snow Grimgar, which are somewhat similar, one of them's like a hack and slash kind of living in the world RPG kind of thing, and the other one's another, not MMO, but I guess they're kind of like similar, but not trapped in the game kind of similar, but like the concepts of like fighting and leveling and blah 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 blah. And so after watching these two, it really put down Sword Art Online, because they were way too, like, completely different series from Sword Art Online. And there are a few points, key points that really ruined Sword Art Online for me, and probably two major points is UA and the third episode. The third episode was disappointing because we skipped through like what, 40-50 levels. I think it showed like level 52 in the beginning of the episode as a subtitle. So skipping through 50 levels really sucks. Considering that they could have made the show, if they wanted to, at least 100 episodes without that much of a I think they could have made it 100 episodes and they would have been perfectly fine. They would have made more money. The story would have been interesting and people would have liked it even more. Even if UA was in it and still would have somewhat screwed it over, at least that was going for them, having a decent amount of episodes. But of course, that's it. UA is another problem because, especially with death and, how crazy everything is in the world of Minecraft. Having one person that, can come back, even though it's an AI, it kind of ruins the purpose of things a bit, don't you think? So, I was really wondering about it. Because I like the first two episodes a lot of Sword Art Online. I actually loved the first one a crazy amount. It got me into the series instantly. And after, get away from here, fly. Okay. So, Monday or Tuesday, no, not Monday or Tuesday, first episode or second episode, I found the series really good. I was excited for the second episode, and then the third episode hits, and I was like, what? We're already at that level already? Like, wouldn't it be smarter to do the next episode somewhat like around their daily lives kind of thing? Not like a filler episode, but we'll have a semi-filler episode that progresses a bit through the plot. I'll give you an example. Untitled Snow Grimgar did a great job of that. I think the 12 episodes that there were of the series, by the way, it's the anime finished in 2016 if I remember, the first season. If they released the second season, that's the hype. Untitled Snow Grimgar, they took things really, really progressively and slow. Now, a lot of people who've watched Sword Art Online found this to be quite annoying. Not like annoying, but it put some people off. But there were some people who read the manga or the light novels, and they're like, oh, no, it's part of the story, you're going to see it progress really well, blah, blah, blah. And I watched it, I found it a lot better, and everything was done a lot more realistically. The animation was flawless. I mean, Sword Art Online, the animation was not too bad either, but Untitled Snow Grimgar had some really good points to it. Which after I watched it and I finished the season finale, it made me realize like how behind Sword Art Online is compared to that. Even though it's been around for a while and the animation could have improved throughout the years, it doesn't change the fact that a plot, whether you're in the 1990s or you're in today's year, it's kind of like plots are plots and stories are stories. You come up with them, kind of thing. I mean, that's that. The only difference is technology and the animation programs, like maybe to give you like quicker shortcuts to making an anime episode for your production company. So, Untitled Snow Grimgar, really well done. When you compare it to Sword Art Online, if any of you guys have not checked it out, I really suggest you check it out. Really great series. I liked it personally, and really good. 9 out of 10, that's for sure. And you get character development in that series. You gotta get everyone. You get the feel of all the characters. You know, it's just not only the main character. You understand other characters, why they're here, and what's their purpose. Why are they motivated to continuing to become stronger? And the thing is, they start off. I guess I'll give you mine. Not really a spoiler. You figure out in the first episode. But they're all novices, the group. In Untitled Snow Grimgar, the main character, he's in a group with a few other of his friends, and they're novices. Now, the thing is, how the game works, and it's kind of similar to a lot of an MMO, when you start out in an MMO, you're kind of poor. You kill creatures, you do quests, and you don't get that much money. It's more when you progress and you do harder stuff, and stuff that, you know, you're going to be upgraded more, and you're going to have better armor and everything. So we get a feel that they're not super rich, and that they're kind of living off the bottom, and that's interesting because you get to see like people progressing throughout the series, and I found that to be really interesting. So that for me was a big plus, and you get some really awesome stuff, and it doesn't ruin the show. I thoroughly enjoyed it, to be honest. And now to Danmachi, another series that I watched, and I must say, pretty epic. So this one, I think it had a tag of harem in it. It had harem in it, but like everything was well done. It's not like you felt like it was like overly pushed, the harem in my opinion, and the character was realistic. Anyone who watches the series might debate that a bit, but I think it was pretty well done, especially compared to Kirito. So that was another good series. I think I rated it like 8.9, 8.9 or something like that. I think that's it. So Sword Art Online, you know, there wasn't not necessarily a variety of characters, but the focus wasn't all on all the other characters' feelings and, you know, kind of their backstory, in my opinion. And if they made the Aincrad arc at least 100 episodes, they could have done that phenomenally without a problem. They could have done it. I don't understand. I would have done it. I definitely would have done it, and it wouldn't have been that much of not a problem. I mean, for sure you'd have to make the episodes, but you'd get a lot more money in return, and you have people loving the show even more, which just boosts up your sales. So even if you're gonna make a lot of your anime, and you're gonna make a lot out of like this extra like merchandise you're selling. So that's kind of disappointing that they kind of rushed through Aincrad very quickly, which for me just ruined the series. I liked it, but yeah, I guess when people say Sword Art Online is the worst anime, I can understand. Kirito's cool, but he's kind of bland. He does some things that are very not out of character, but they're just very unlikely. Like when he was, I think is it when UA died and he was like cracking the freaking source code. Like I think he could have done a lot if you had the source code for the game. I think you could have like done a crap about. Like for example, I'm pretty sure he could have like turned on the logout button, or even if he couldn't do a lot of stuff, if he had the source code to the game. So it broke there pretty much. Yeah, Sword Art Online, not that great. Compared to other series I've watched, I mean, it's not that bad, I'll be honest, not that bad at all. But there's a lot of other better series. So for any of you guys who haven't checked Hydrogen's No Grimgar, or is around and pick up a girl in a dungeon, or that match for short, I suggest you guys do. And there's a bunch of other series that are a lot better. So when people say Sword Art Online is the worst anime, well, for me, I think it's my least favorite anime out of all of my watch. But of course, taking into consideration that all the series I've watched are pretty intense, awesome series. If you check my anime list, I rate everything pretty much above 8. Well, 8 and above. You know, Denshikoku no Nichiju, Full Metal Alchemist, and we've got a bunch of other series. Obviously, on the non-anime side, we have Avatar: Last Airbender and Korra that I've still rated above 8 or 9. Avatar: Last Airbender being like a perfect 10 or something like that, if I remember. And so, when I give Sword Art Online a rating out of 10, it probably would have to be like a 6. Maybe even a 5. But yeah, it's not that I don't like it, or you know, I'm a weeaboo, or I don't even know why I'm mentioning it. It's not that I don't like it, just cause like a prejudice or kind of thing. Like some people said they disliked the series from the first episode, which sounds somewhat skeptical to me. It kind of seems like you're a bit biased when you say that, but I mean, I'm not here to judge. Maybe they already knew. It's possible. I mean, you can know in the first episode if you like or dislike a series, but it had some things I could have done a lot better. First thing, extending the show a lot would have been great. UA being introduced was kind of a big plot hole that kind of screwed over the series, in my opinion. So UA was kind of like screwing things a bit. The show being short, the characters, the development was really screwed up. You know, you didn't get that much of a feel for the characters, in my opinion, especially compared to Hydrogen's No Grimgar, and that's why I love it so much. And even Full Metal Alchemist, you get a feel for the other characters, why they're doing it. The 2003 version, you see the Lust's backstory, you see Envy, Wrath, and a bunch of other characters. You even see the villains. You get everything out of it. But in Sword Art Online, you don't. There's kind of a focus on Kirito, but at the same time, it's like he's somewhat of a bland character. Well, you know, stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video, where I'm going to record another video. So you guys have a fantastic day. Coffee time with Zeren. We were talking about Sword Art Online. For you guys who don't know the series, I suggest you check it out because it does give you an idea of what can go wrong in an anime and how a company can kind of, you know, screw up, I guess you could say, when it comes in terms of like, you know, an anime. But hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video, and all you guys, take care.